Yeah, I would imagine maybe some distinction between the image and our felt sense of identity, or something
Yes.
along those lines. If I had to guess.
Yes, no, that's exactly like how it defines it. Because that, I think that's a key part in helping the client differentiate it and separate it
Right.
from the identity piece of who they are.
Yeah.
And it works through, and you start to help develop coping skills and coping mechanisms with it. So that, and then it's got a whole like recovery plan of like, for, oh, what's the word when we fall back into our addictions?
A relapse.
Relapse. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, even as I'm hearing you talk about it, and obviously this is not my area of expertise, but in that moment, right, we dip into something I've worked with for many, many years, and we know philosophically these principles just exist in the realms of treatment.
Hmm.
Gain awareness, admit the powerlessness, get into some kind of plan of action,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And it's okay to slip up, but staying on top of
Stop it.
these things and knowing whether or not you really what your problem looks like, and having that understanding so that when you trip and fall you gain that new understanding of like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, maybe I really am struggling with this
Hmm.
more than I would have admitted to myself.
Yeah. Because in recognizing what the maladaptive behaviors are, clients may realize like, oh, that's why I buy so much makeup.
Mm,
It's like, oh, yeah. So we don't just have a beauty obsession. Like, we're using this as a coping skill
yeah,
to hide this defect we believe we have that nobody else sees.
yeah,
And so it allows them to kind of recognize their own behaviors too, so that they can change them.